Yo, what's good? This is my prediction video for Golovkin Jacobs. And honestly, on paper, it it's a good fight because they're both powerful fighters. They both have high knockout percentage. Of course, that's a storyline coming in. Jacobs has a great story, a backstory. I have to hear about how he has cancer 10 million times already. And that's a great story. It's one that should be told time and time again. And if someone that hasn't heard it, they got to be like, "Wow, that is pretty cool." But as for this fight, I don't see any way in hell that Jacobs could win, man. I don't know what the odds are, but I had to brush off a little bit on my Jacobs knowledge. Brush up on. That's a phrase I wanted. I watched his Mora fight and the Quillen fight, which were his last two fights, believe it or not. He Before the Mora fight, he fought Quillen, and that was like 2 years ago. He didn't fight for 11 months before that, and his last fight was against Mora, and his last fight before Quillen was against Mora. So this guy hasn't been active at all. Hasn't been active. Hasn't really been fighting the best competition. Sergio Mora, and you went a minute with Peter Quillen, who hasn't fought. I believe he hasn't fought. And please, please, Cigar Boxing got it right. He is not the real Kid Chocolate. He is not Kid Chocolate. Mm-mm. I would never call him that. I don't think I ever called him that. So Quillen was not as good as people thought he was. I never thought he was that great. And I think I picked Jacobs to win. I would argue with a few people that he was more skilled than Quillen before that fight, and people wanted to say that Quillen was more athletic, and I was like, nah, Jacobs is. But maybe that's all the advantage he has against Golovkin, and maybe doesn't even have that. He might be the more athletic guy. But as for boxing skills wise, Triple G, man, has a better jab, those better body shots, has better footwork. I think the main advantage for Golovkin in this fight is that he's so calm. And I'm not gonna break this fight down round per round or exactly what are the keys to victory. Maybe I will, I don't know. But I think that's the biggest advantage. As I look at Jacob's fight, he is sometimes he gets caught in the moment, he gets wild, he gets very sloppy. This guy got caught by Sergio Mora. He's like, did this guy with 6 knockouts just knock me down? Because he gets sloppy. Very, very sloppy. His footwork gets sloppy. His combinations get sloppy. Even when Triple G's throwing haymakers, he rarely gets sloppy. Even when he's getting hit, he does not get sloppy. And Golovkin has very underrated footwork. No, underrated footwork, but underrated defense. He is a student of the game. Always keeps his chin tucked. That serves him very well against punchers like David Lemieux, and it'll serve him on Saturday against Jacobs, who's a very different puncher than David Lemieux. But I think Jacobs will be more willing to throw. He's more active in the ring than than Lemieux, but that might be because his competition isn't that great either. I mean, you're fighting Sergio Moro for your last 2 out of 3 fights, man, and man, that inactivity is gonna kill him. But yeah, so I don't see a reason to do a very in-depth review. One, I'm not I'm not a huge I'm not huge on Jacob's career. I did follow him before the Pirog fight, but I know his style. I've seen his fights. I've seen him get knocked out. I've seen him win. and he could win in brutal fashion, but he's not gonna do it. He's not gonna do it Saturday. So I apologize for the lack of depth in this prediction, but that's what I see, and what that's what's gonna win Golovkin this fight. His calmness, his patience, the fact that he could go 11 rounds with Murray and still, he never looks. He's not looking for the knockout. When he goes looking for the knockout, that's when he comes into problems. But he goes looking for the knockout with guys like Stevens, who's hits hard, yes, but he's not very skilled. Or guys like Willie Monroe who can't crack. And I don't see him looking for the knockout. I don't see him looking for the knockout against Jacobs, but it will come. It will come. I say around the seven round TKO. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Oh yeah, Jacobs' chin is another factor. Not a great chin. Got dropped by Sergio Mora. Been knocked out before, and so he gets caught flush. It'll be shades of Pirong, I believe. Not because Golovkin is Eastern European, but because Jacobs has been there before. He's been on the floor before. He's been knocked out before. Not because Golovkin is Eastern European, but because he could crack. And Jacobs has been cracked before. All right. Have a great day. Man, I can't wait for this fight. Peace.